Yep. Hello everybody and welcome to the BOSH kitchen. My name's Ian Thiesby, the gentleman behind me is Henry Firth and we are the founders of BOSH, and today we are going to be cooking something extremely delicious.
Hello.
It's going to be good, isn't it? It's going to be really good. Now,
yes.
It's currently the middle or towards the back end of January, which means it's very, very cold. And because it's very, very cold, we thought it would be a really nice idea. Hello Instagram. Ian here.
Now then, I'm Henry. Hello Instagram, hello YouTube, hello Facebook. We are live. Very exciting.
Oh, it's going to be good.
Yes.
So Instagram, just so you know, above you there's another camera, and that is where the YouTube and Facebook gang are. And below you, Facebook and YouTube, is a phone, and that's where IG is.
Wow, it's all kicking off.
It's all
here,
kicking
isn't
off.
it? Wow. How exciting that we're going to get to cook for you guys again. It's lunchtime,
yeah,
which means it's it's time to feel hungry, time to eat, and we have got something amazing on the menu for you guys.
Yes, we have. As I was just saying, it's cold at the moment, so what we're trying to do today is inject a little bit of sunshine into your diet, into your life, and we're going to do that with some very, very tasty food.
Yes. So we are going to be making some jerk-style nuggets with some rice and peas and with a wicked, blippy, zingy salad that is absolutely gorgeous. And we're going to be using these bad boys. These are Fry's Family Foods meat-free chicken-style nuggets. They're really, really tasty, super crunchy, quick to cook, and they're going to make a wicked jerk-style chicken nugget. Vegan, of course.
Oh yes. Now, vegan meat replacements have got really, really good, and they are some of the best, and this is why we were absolutely chuffed when Fry's Family Foods asked us to come up with this recipe. So
yes,
it's going to be real good. Do you know what? I think maybe we should just crack straight on.
Absolutely. One more thing I should say though, I must mention we have producer Charlie in my ear. So wherever you are, if you are on Facebook or YouTube or on Instagram, we can see your comments. Charlie's going to read them out to me. So if you've got any questions about the recipe, any questions about BOSH, any questions about Fry's Family Foods, pop them all in the comments and we will either answer them in the comments or read them out if we deem it appropriate.
Yes.
And of course, if you need a bathroom break, the fire exits are here and here. Look after yourselves, take care of each other. Now it's time to start cooking.
It is very good, it's so, so good. Now we're basically making our lunch here, but if you don't have the ingredients with you, like bookmark this live video because it will be living on our channels and you will be able to come back to it and cook it at your leisure. Or leisure.
Yes. Leisure. Who is it that says leisure?
Been watching too much Mad Men.
Is it Americans?
Yeah,
they say
leisure. Leisure.
Leisure.
That's it. Right, anyway, so if you indeed want to make this wonderful dish, which we thoroughly recommend that you do, you need to get a baking tray, right? The baking tray is about this kind of big, or this kind of size, rather. And here we have, like we said before, the meat-free chicken-style nuggets by Fry's Family Foods, and these are super simple to make. You open the box, you pour out the nuggets onto the tin, onto the tray rather.
With your hand there,
yes,
spreading them out. Make sure they are nicely spread out. You don't want them kind of sat on top of each other. You want a bit of air around every single one.
Mm-hmm. Now, just so you can see what we're dealing with here, that is the chicken nuggets, and for Instagram, that's you as well. There's the chicken nuggets. As you can see, they're quite golden, but we need to get them more golden. We need to get them steaming hot from the inside, and we need to get them crunchy.
Oh.
Right, so these are going into the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for around about 15 minutes. But if you like it super crunchy, do it for like 80.
Yes.
So these are going into the oven.
Now this is a real treasured recipe for us. It kind of takes us back to better times when we were allowed out of the house, and we would almost every single year without fail go down to Notting Hill Carnival in London. Such a wicked place, such a fun atmosphere, such a fun environment, and delicious food. And back in the day when we used to eat meat, we'd be eating that jerk chicken. Obviously we don't eat meat anymore, we are completely vegan, so we had to try and recreate that flavour. That's what we've done here. So if you want to get some of that gorgeous Caribbean flavour, this recipe is a great place for you to start. And this is going to be our jerk style sauce, proper easy to put together, All we're using is a high-powered blender, like a liquidizer type thing. I wouldn't use a food processor because we want this to really, really blend up. And into our blender jug, we are going to add a load of ingredients, which I'll just whiz through. In fact, let's move that so you can see properly. First off, we have some spring onions. They're going to give a nice kind of oniony, almost kind of peppery flavour to this whole thing. Followed by allspice. Absolutely crucial spice to get into your jerk seasoning. Thank you, mate.
You're welcome.
A pinch of salt and pepper, always a good idea. Pop that in there as well. Ginger. Also crucial. I mean, ginger must be one of my favourite things. It's also so good for you.
It's ridiculous.
Really, really healthy, especially if you feel like you're coming down with a cold or something. Getting ginger into your diet is a really good thing. Some thyme, fresh or dried, we don't really mind, but if you have got fresh, it's always just that little nicer. And then some garlic cloves. We've got 4 unpeeled, and you can already tell this is going to be a proper, spicy, fiery, flavourful sauce. Now, this little beauty is a Scotch bonnet chilli. I'll hold that for Instagram. Hold that up for YouTube and Facebook. And now I'm going to wash my hands after touching this, because this is a really, really, really fiery chili. It used to be one of the fieriest chilies that existed until they started kind of scientifically creating things like the Naga chili. Anyway, this bad boy is going in. If you can't find one of them, just find whatever chilies you can in your local supermarket and kind of, you know, play with fire, as they say. We've got some vinegar, some white wine vinegar is going to go in, give us that acidity. A splash of oil going in there too. And some soy sauce, that's going to give us a lovely saltiness and a nice colour to this sauce. And then finally we have some agave nectar, which is going to give us that sweetness. I mean, that's a load of good ingredients just went in there. You can tell this is going to taste good.
Yeah, it's just a huge flavour bomb. When you whiz all that together, it's going to make one of the nicest sauces. It's honestly amazing. Very good.
So if you have just joined, welcome. I'm Henry, he's Ian, we're BOSH, and this is the BOSH Kitchen, and we're live cooking lunch with you here today. We are making some Fry's Family Foods chicken nuggets, but deliciously meat-free, completely vegan. We're going to make them into some jerk-style chicken nuggets, salad, and also rice and peas. Going to be delicious. So this is your jerk sauce that we're looking at. What you might find is you might need to loosen it a touch, but for now, we're just going to stick it on to blend.
Fingers crossed.
Right. Woo! Good. I think we are done!
That is good news, man.
Wow.
Right, let's have a little look at
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh.
I don't know if you saw Ian's face then, but I'll do it in slow motion. That was the chili flying right up his nose, and you've got that ginger, and you've got that allspice, so much allspice giving it that colour, plus the saltiness of that soy sauce, that kind of acidity of the vinegar. Oh my goodness, we've got to taste it.
Yeah, but absolutely.
Here's I've got some little tasting spoons here.
Good
How
man.
organised is that?
There's
there
one,
you go,
thank
mate.
you. Right, and here's
Little
another after you.
This is going to be pretty hot,
This
I
is going
reckon.
to be spicy, it's going to be flavourful, it's going to...
Oh my god. Wow.
That's genuinely delicious.
Incredible.
Oh! Yes. And you know what? It's not that spicy. I mean, it's obviously got like a spice, but it's not like insanely hot. Like the Scotch bonnet is traditionally, like Henry said, super hot, but we took the seeds out.
Yes. It's like a gentle heat, but it's definitely there. And when you eat this whole nugget, you're definitely going to feel that. That is amazing. So next up, what's next?
Well, next up, okay, so we've got our wonderful jerk sauce. This is going to sit atop and marinate our fantastic nuggets, which are in the oven. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make the accompanying part of the dish, or one of. And the accompanying part that we're going to concentrate on right now is rice, peas, and bay leaves, and thyme, and lovely, tasty stuff. Right, here we go. I'm just going to pull the cooker into play. Here it is. Now this is super simple because sometimes if you're making rice and peas, it can be a little bit of a faff, but this is kind of like a hacked together way. So allow me to show you. I'm just going to pop this to one side. Guys, and also, for those of you who have just joined us, right, we are currently in the process of making our lunch, and we hope that you at some point will make it too. We're using these Fry's Family meat-free chicken-style nuggets. They're super delicious, and if you have any questions, just about anything really, then producer Charlie is in Henry's ear, so ask away.
Anything at all?
Within reason.
Within reason, okay, yeah. I mean, it's daytime, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pre-watershed.
Pre-watershed, exactly. Right, so like we said, we're going to make some rice and peas. We're going to make them really quick. We're going to turn on our oven, or cooker, actually, as it is. Now, first things first, we're going to take some oil. If you've got light olive oil, perfect. If you've got vegetable oil or coconut oil, anything's good. We're using vegetable oil, as it was the first thing that touched my hand. And there we go, that's in there now. Now,
would you know what? Sorry to interject. We've just got to give a big shout out to everyone who is on their lunch break. There's a lot of people who are tuning in from their lunch break. Hopefully we're not making you too hungry.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we are inspiring you, though, to make this in the not too distant future.
Do you know what would be interesting to hear from you guys watching is, where are you?
Yes.
Are you at home? Are you at work? Are you in an office? Are you in a factory? Like, where are you working right now? I'd love to know that.
Yes, that'd be very interesting to know. And let me show you what we've got here. So this is our chopped red pepper. I've just kind of like diced it, and this is going into the pan, and we're going to fry those off with these. Now this is a tin of kidney beans that I've drained, okay? And we're going to pop those in there as well. And then, once we've done that, we're going to take these. Now, bay leaves are such an underrated thing to cook with. It just gives such a really nice perfume taste to lots of types of dishes, doesn't it?
And it's the kind of thing you can buy dried, or you can actually just have a plant in your garden or your conservatory, or just on your window.
Who would bay leaf it?
Hey!
This is going into the pan. Right. And then next up, we're going to pop some thyme, right? You can use dried thyme, or you can use thyme that you've sort of taken off the little leaves off. So I'm not going to put too many.
Thyme doesn't exist.
Oh yeah.
It's just a human construct. You know, there is no such thing as thyme.
There is absolutely true.
But there is some in this pan.
Right, so now what we're going to do, we don't want to cook this for too much because we want to retain a little bit of bite and a little bit of texture. And we don't want to make those beans go mushy. Now, if you didn't have kidney beans, you could definitely use black beans for this as well.
Now, for the person who just asked in the comments whether or not this was vegan, absolutely it is. So all of the products that Fry's Family Foods make are vegan, and everything that we cook on this channel, BOSH, is vegan as well. Totally 100% vegan, but also no judgment. So, you know, enjoy this however you wish. Just make sure you do enjoy it.
Now, it's the perfect time of year to be cooking with this kind of product because it's January, which means it's veganuary. Now, we hope that you guys, if you haven't been eating vegan for a while, are doing veganuary. And if you are doing it, then let us know how it's going in the comments below.
There's lots of things you guys have got to comment, isn't it?
Yes, loads.
How's veganuary going, and where are you? Actually,
Yeah.
it's only two things, but we're intrigued to know, and we'll read out some of the best answers.
So far, so good. Now, this is pepper, this is beans, it's bay leaves, and it's a little bit of thyme. Now what we're going to do is this. This is a really small, look at the sort of texture of that. It's like quite thick.
Wow.
This is coconut cream or coconut milk from a small tin, not a big tin. I'm going to pour that straight in there. And we're just going to stir it around in the beans and the peppers, just so it all mixes in really nicely. It's going to have that wonderfully summery kind of flavour to it. It's going to be absolutely delightful.
And so this is almost going to give us a kind of sauce or a stock
Yeah,
to cook the rice in a little bit.
a little bit. That's
Yeah.
exactly right. Here we got some salt and pepper. I think like putting a little bit in now is good, and popping a little bit in later is also good. So we've got all that in there. We're going to stir that through, and then this is the main event. We've got our coconut milk, we've got our pepper, we've got our beans, and now this is brown rice. If you didn't have brown rice, you could use white rice or whatever rice you've got. But this is pre-cooked because it sort of takes the hassle out of it. So I'm going to pop this in here. Nicely, 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 nicely. I'll tell you something, we're not going to go hungry today.
No.
That's a lot of rice.
Yeah, that is a lot. Wow.
Yes, but you know, growing lads.
So apparently we've got people tuning in from Australia, Salt Lake City.
Woo!
That's cool,
Yes,
isn't it?
that is.
Also from Sheffield
Hey!
and from Cornwall. Hello to all of you. How are you? We hope you're really well and having a nice day. I guess if you're in America, it's first thing in the morning for you.
Yeah, Salt Lake City.
And if you're in Australia,
Well,
it must be like night time.
Yeah.
Is it like 1 in the morning or something?
so yeah, probably. I mean,
Yeah.
so this is a global experience.
A global show. Nice to have you all with us.
Right, so check this out. I'm just going to pick this up now. I'm going to show Instagram, then I'm going to show YouTube. So here we go. There you go, Instagram. That is the sort of texture you're looking for. We've kind of flavoured the rice with the coconut milk. We've got the beans in there and the peppers, and there you go. Guys, that's what you're looking for. And now, that actually is completely ready. So we've got our chicken on the cook, we've got our rice and beans, which means now we need something fresh.
So a quick taste.
Yes, go for it.
Always taste as you go, but I'm going to avoid the double dip because I already ate with this spoon. I'm just going to get the back of the spoon and sip.
How is it?
Delicious.
I'm going to take your word for it. Like at this point, if you needed to add more salt, more pepper, a little
I
bit
would
more
add a
chili.
pinch of salt. But you can do that
I
on
will
camera.
do that. Right.
Yeah.
So there we are, rice and beans. Next up, salad.
Apparently, these bowls look like they're about to fall off the table, so I'll just catch them. Thanks for that, producer Charlie. And over here is our salad bowl. So everybody, thank you for being here with us. This is BOSH TV. If you've not seen us before, this is the first time you're tuning into a live. We like to cook vegan food. Often we do it live from this place, which is the BOSH studio. Thank you so much for joining us. And we are making jerk-style vegan chicken nuggets. We're using these bad boys. These are fries, meat-free chicken-style nuggets. They're absolutely delicious. They're going to take this gorgeous jerk sauce, jerk dressing, all over them, and we're serving them with rice and also salad. So onto the salad.
On to the salad.
Now this is so easy. I always find rustling up a salad is, I like to do it in a fridge raid kind of fashion. So please don't think you need to stick to this recipe too closely. We definitely just advise you going for what you've got in your fridge. So, you know, we're going to use some green leaves. In this case, we've got some baby spinach. But, you know, if you've got watercress, if you've just got kind of iceberg lettuce lying around, please feel free to use that instead. We don't want to be making food waste. We want to be using up everything you've got in your fridge. Now, we've got some red cabbage. That's going to give us a lovely bite. It's also so good for you to get that colour of purple into your body. In fact, in general, we should just be eating as much colour as we can if you're on a plant-based diet, or even just if you're a human. When I say as much colour as possible, I'm not talking about eating Skittles. We're talking about eating, you know, joyous, vibrant, colourful plant foods that are packed with phytonutrients, packed with goodness. So, to our green and our purple, I'm going to add some red in the form of pepper. And then, I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
I know you love that, don't you?
I love this.
Take a bit.
So I'm going to take a little bit. Look, we've basically taken out the big old pip. We've taken off the skin, we've shredded it, and this is mango. Oh.
You've got to have a taste to see if it's good. That is a very, very tasty mango. And I'm just going to pop that in there as well. So you can think we've got the kind of freshness and the crunch of that pepper. We've got the lovely green leaves, which are so important in a good salad. But we've also got the sweetness of that mango, which is just going to add those kind of lovely little kind of zips of acidity and sugariness to this salad. And the final thing we're going to add, oh, smells good. Can you guess what it is? It's the juice of a lime. Now, we probably should have just squeezed it in.
Yeah, we could have.
But we wanted to make sure we had it ready to go. So, you know, I would say 1 to 2 limes is going to be enough to dress this salad. But just, it depends on how you like it. You can, of course, make a more complicated dressing if you wish, but we like to keep things quite simple.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So there we go.
So that is a really beautiful rainbow kind of fruity, crunchy salad. Amazing. So delicious.
So I'll just carry on stirring this.
Yeah.
And it looks like we're kind of coming towards ready to plate up.
Yes. Excellent news indeed.
Lovely. So welcome to everybody. Thank you for joining us wherever you are. We would love to hear what you're up to right now. So, you know, you've told us where you are. We know we've got people in Australia, America, Cornwall, Salt Lake City. But what are you doing? What's happening with you right now? We're on lockdown here in London. So, you know, me and Ian live in the same house with our housemates, and we just never leave the house at the moment. But we'd love to hear what the world is like where you are right now.
Very good.
Look at that.
So that's looking good.
Yeah, that is a well-mixed salad. Perfect.
Excellent. Right, so we have got 3 elements to the salad. Here we go. The salad that Henry's just been making, which is the fruity, crunchy, super healthy sunshine salad. We've got the rice and beans here as well, which are really good. And then we've got our chicken nuggets, vegan chicken nuggets, obviously by Fry's family right here. That's where they are. And now what we have to do is take this. Now this is the jerk sauce that we made at the beginning of the vid.
Should we just
smells amazing.
Show these to the camera
go for
real close? So this is what we're working with now. Very, very happy that we're going to get to eat these bad boys. Close your eyes, then we'll get the focus. Is it focused? Oh, it's so hard to find focus on this bad boy.
Oh well.
There we go.
There we are.
Are we there now?
Woohoo.
Yeah, so that is what we're looking at. These are the chicken style nuggets, and if I actually break it open, you can see proper authentic. Obviously, it's completely plant-based, cruelty-free.
Great.
Really, really tasty.
Lovely textures.
I've just pinched one.
Oh, well, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. We're all good. I think we're all good. So here we've got the jerk sauce. Now, if you wanted to, you could pop this in a pan. You could warm it through, but we're not going to do that because we think it's just perfect as it is to just pour over our nuggets. We don't want to go too heavy on the sauce, so we're just going to put like maybe half it in. And now that's in there, we can just fold that through, and sort of just basically we want to cover our really lovely crunchy vegan chicken style nuggets in that really nice jerk sauce. Are you going to go for it?
I'm going to pop a bit more in.
More.
Yeah. I mean, the stuff that we're not going to use is just going to fall to the bottom anyway. So I would say don't be worried about being quite generous with that sauce.
Yeah.
By the way, Scott apparently is currently, he's telling us what he's doing right now, he's cooking the dal from the Bish Bash Bosh cookbook.
Good lad.
That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, that is very cool. That's marvellous. Thank you very much.
Thanks for that, Chaz.
Now, so shall we build our dinner?
Absolutely.
Or our lunch?
I tell you what, I'll keep stirring.
Yep.
And why don't you start dressing?
Cool. Right, so I'm just going to take this. So I would, now you can dress it however which way you please, but I would always go with the body, which is our rice and peas, the sort of stuff that's going to give us a really nice, well, it's packed full of protein, it's going to fill us up nicely, it's going to keep us energized for the rest of the afternoon, which we absolutely need, because you know what, it's a busy afternoon and we hope that you're busy too. So that's 2 plates here, done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 salad servers and we're going to sort of get a nice amount of the salad here.
Oh, nice.
That's really nice there. You've got a good amount of mango, good amount of pepper, loads of that fantastic spinach, and the cabbage. It's all good. And that's going in there as well.
Nice.
Right. So that's the bowl as it stands at the moment.
Already, like we talked about eating the rainbow, already you can see on here we've got kind of purple, we've got yellow, we've got red, we've got green, and then we've got that rice as well. So that's already a good meal on its own.
It is, but we're about to make it even better, well, way better, in fact. This is the main event. This is nothing but a cushion for the crown that is this jerk-style vegan chicken.
Where do you want them?
I reckon if we put 5 across the right.
Down here, yeah?
Yeah, that's
okay,
good.
Cool. So apparently we just got a message from somebody, a comment from somebody who's just woken up at 5 AM in America. I think it was Becky, the name. So imagine that.
Good morning, Becky.
I love the fact of how worldwide this world is now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Very, very good.
We can all connect to one another and chat and cook. And how does it feel, Becky, to be watching us cooking lunch when you've just woken up? And what are you doing today? Are you going to the gym? What's the plan? Why are you up so early? Are you crazy?
Well, 5 o'clock, the early bird catches the worm.
Yeah.
And here we go. This is looking like a very, very, very tasty meal. This is, we're trying to inject a little bit of sunshine into these deep, dark, cold winter months that we find ourselves in here in the northern hemisphere. And I think that this is very, very healthy.
Yes, absolutely. We've got like no sugar in there. We've got a good amount of protein. We've got all of these plant vegetables as well, plant colours, phytonutrients, all these colours. This is a tasty and pretty healthy meal too. And for a little bit of earthiness right at the end, we're going to dabble on just a touch of thyme. It's more for the look than anything else, but it really looks very nice, this. And that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of planet Earth, we are here and we've finished. Now we must stress, this is a kind of jerk style dressing. If you are familiar with actually jerk chicken, it's typically cooked in like a big drum or a barbecue, and it will be cooked and cooked and cooked, and this sauce or dressing will kind of cook down. So we've obviously just tossed it in. If you fancied putting it back in the oven for another 10 minutes, you could do that.
Yep.
But it's just going to make the recipe longer, and we're all about speed, and that flavour is all on these nuggets. So we're happy to get on and crack this and try this.
Shall we have a little nibble?
Absolutely.
Right then, I'm going to go in.
I'm so ready.
First. That rice is so good. It's so good, honestly.
Oh.
This is the chicken.
Wow. I think one of the things I really like about this jerk sauce is you've kind of got, it's about complexity and contrast of flavours.
Yeah.
So in a similar way to, making Indian cuisine, you're about balancing, contrasting flavours, where typically in the UK or in European cooking, Italian food, French food, it's more about kind of harmonising flavours together, herbs and spices that go well together. This is about contrast, and you've absolutely got contrast in here. You know, you've got that thyme, you've got that ginger, you've got that soy sauce, you've got that vinegar, you've got that heat, and all of those things are playing against each other all around this absolutely gorgeous little vegan chicken nugget. Amazing.
And do you know what's really cool about this dish? Now, obviously, we decided to use jerk-style seasoning, or jerk-style sauce for the nuggets. But because these nuggets are kind of just like naked, You could go with some like barbecue type sauce. You could put some maybe sort of Chinese sticky sauce. You could just have them on a bread with some like tomato ketchup, and then you're away. They're really actually fantastically good product. That.
Oh my goodness. We've had an amazing question come in.
Oh yeah, come on.
An amazing one. People are asking about whether or not you could cook this in the air fryer.
I think you absolutely could.
Absolutely you could. That would be a very good call. If you're familiar with our lives before, you'll know we love an air fryer. And yes, this would work so well in an air fryer because you're going to get that kind of gentle crispiness from just the touch of oil that you put in it. Yeah, totally. Definitely worth a go.
Oh goodness!
How tasty is that?
It's very tasty. Now, seriously, guys, you should absolutely give this a whirl. Like the that quick hack that we've just shown you to make what tastes like quite a traditional rice and peas is really good, really good. And these nuggets are absolutely banging. So good.
Now, for the all-important shot, we are going to give you a close-up of the dish. So, for the benefit of YouTube and also Facebook. That is what we're looking at. We've got these lovely, gorgeous nuggets, that lovely rice and peas as well, and then this colourful salad. And for you Instagrammers out there, here you go. Delicious vegan chicken jerk style nuggets, rice and peas, and a wonderful blippy salad. Absolutely gorgeous.
Super duper blip. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the cooking done. The eating is about to carry on. But before we do that, it's probably high time to answer some more of your questions, if indeed there are any.
Oh man, they're so tasty.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Well, genuinely very good.
So people have been asking about what other products that Fry's Family Foods have. They have some schnitzels that are really good. We've had those. They have roasts as well. Yeah. Those are amazing. Have we tried? Sausages? There's fish fillets as well. I seem to remember. Yeah. I don't know if I've tried the fish fillets.
I think
we'll have to send us some.
I'm pretty sure we've got some hot dog sausages by Fry's in our freezer as well. Yeah. Exactly, and that's the point. It's like having some of this stuff in your freezer for when you're feeling a bit peckish. You can rustle these up in 20 minutes, and it's like it's really logical thing to have in your freezer.
And you'll be able to find bits and bobs of their range in South Africa.
Whoa, okay.
Australia, the USA, and the United Kingdom. So that's pretty good reach.
Well, that's very good reach, yeah.
I remember the story. So, you know, they were a family. And they just, you know, were committed vegetarians, and they worked out how to make delicious vegan meats.
And it is delicious. It's really, really
incredible,
good.
Yeah. Really tasty. Cool. Oh. Another question, Chaz? Yes, so we have another question about the chili. Did we take the seeds out of the chili before blitzing it up? We did, right? You don't have to. If you're, you know...
Feeling brave.
Yeah, brave and bold, and you like your things hot, then you could pop that bad boy straight in. But yeah, because it was a Scotch bonnet and it was really spicy, we took it out. But you are looking for quite a lot of heat with this dish, so if you're not using the Scotch bonnet, maybe leave them in. Yeah. Do take the stalk off, though.
Yeah. And Scotch bonnets, if you're wondering, they're like fat and stubby, and they're sort of they have a very definite flavour to them. But like, if you're not good with spice, then maybe you want to consider using something like a jalapeno, which is less fiery. You know, maybe.
Yeah. And if you're gluten-free, if you're thinking about gluten-free and you wonder if you can make this gluten-free, you totally could do. What you'd want to do is you'd want to sub out that soy sauce for tamari. Which is, you know, just a more gluten-free version of the same thing. And then these bad boys, there is a gluten-free version of these as well. So, so yeah, hopefully that answers that question.
They have thought of everything.
I know.
It's very good. Gluten-free fake meat, that is very, very rare, I must say.
Isn't it interesting to be eating this? Yeah. Isn't it interesting to be eating this in winter? When I feel like traditionally this is the kind of thing you would eat on a hot day.
Absolutely, yeah. This is the sort of thing, like, say, April has been quite traditionally hot for the past 5 years here in the United Kingdom, and yeah, I can imagine myself just, you know, you know, out on a porch or in the garden, like a nice glass of cold white wine with this.
Cocktail. I feel like you might have a kind of rum cocktail.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe. Well, we'll have to lodge that one for later.
And like, you could get some rum and ginger beer.
Yeah. Whoa, that's it. That is a good idea.
Right, for those people who were wondering if they could see the box a bit closer, that is what what it looks like. So this is the meat-free chicken-style strips nuggets from Fry's Family Foods. Yeah, really tasty. And for those of you who were asking the next question, we love you. We love you so much. People have been asking whether or not we have another cookbook on the way.
Well, we've just released one. It's called Speedy BOSH. It came out in September of last year.
Yes.
September of last year. Still available to order on Amazon or in most good bookshops.
That's the bad boy. We love it. Really, really fast, quick cooking, delicious.
Yes, and we are currently, well,
yes,
working on something else.
Yeah. Look, this is our mission, right? So about 6 years ago, Ian and I went vegan. We were living together in a house, in a flat actually. We made the decision for different reasons, but we were eating together and all that kind of stuff. And ever since then, we just wanted to share vegan cooking with the world every single day, day in, day out. So we're always working on recipes. We're always working on videos like this that we're doing here now, but we're also always working on cookbooks. So absolutely, there is another cookbook coming, and we've just started it. In fact, I'll be working on it tomorrow. Ian was working on it yesterday. Yeah. So yeah, we're busy beavers here in the BOSH studio.
Oh yes, we are, and it is such a pleasure cooking food for you like this because you know that's why we set BOSH up, to give you a massive plethora of wonderfully abundant, tasty recipes. And yeah, well, this is absolutely one of them. So where will this recipe, if you want this recipe, will be, it's either on the Fry's Family website, it will be on our website, we'll attach it to this video.
Chat. You can also find it in the chat, so Charlie's been linking it in the chat, beavering away.
Well done, Charlie.
Yeah. So the next question, Ian, is what were you doing before work? What were we doing before work, before we started BOSH?
Oh, for work. Well, Henry and I worked together before. We were working for a internet startup, and so we were basically sort of learning the ropes of how to build a business there, and it went really well, and we had a fantastic time. But ultimately, we built something that we really enjoyed, but it wasn't like a true passion. And I think that's a really good piece of advice if you are thinking about setting up a business. Then a really good way to make sure that you keep on waking up with the same vigour every single morning is to do something that you truly care about, and that is where vegan food comes in for us, because it's something that we truly believe can help the world become a better place.
Wow, that is so spicy.
Delicious.
But also we weren't trained chefs, you know, we didn't work in kitchens and come through that way. But we were passionate home cooks. So we already had like a really decent cookbook library. I seem to remember like writing a load of recipes a few years before BOSH because I was going to a personal trainer and he'd like given me really strict criteria. The food was so boring.
I remember.
I was like, can I not like write my own recipes that do the same thing? So I definitely was always into the idea of writing recipes. In fact, you know what else? My dad had a little recipe book he used to handwrite recipes in.
Little black book.
It was a little black book, yeah. So I think we always loved food and we were always into cooking, and we saw the opportunity to help the world become more vegan and eat more vegan by sharing vegan recipes with the world, and that's when we set up BOSH.
Yes. Thank you very much for that question.
Yeah, great question. Always nice to talk about.
Yeah. And more to the point, it's nice to talk about BOSH, but it's also nice to sort of answer those specific questions for someone who might be thinking about doing something similar, which we absolutely would recommend, because it's a fantastic thing to do, to show the world how to cook nice food.
So let's just remind you what we've been cooking. So we've made this delicious jerk-style chicken nuggets recipe with a super healthy salad and also with rice and peas, and using the Fry's Family Foods nuggets. Now, if you wanted to just make this sauce, by the way, this sauce is going to be pretty flexible. You could use that to flavour a load of things. You could use it for other Fry's Family products, anything kind of chickeny it would go with. You could also use it in a tray bake.
Ooh.
If you wanted to be a little bit rogue, or maybe jackfruit.
Yep.
Anything else that you could kind of use in place of meat. This would be really, really tasty on it.
Do you know, that would actually be quite a nice little thing to do, wouldn't it? If you got some of these, and then you get some like oven chips, and you put them all like that, and it's a naughty tray bake.
Yeah.
It's like chips, and it's chicken nuggets, and you drizzle that all over the top, and then all your mates are there, and you eat it. Oh, it's amazing.
When you're allowed to have your mates over, of course. Because in the UK right now, we're on full lockdown.
Yeah, I know.
When was the last time you left the house?
This morning to put the bins out.
That's our life right now.
Yes, it is.
Goodness. Right, do we have any more questions, Charlie? Quick momentary dance.
Dun, 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 dun. Bum, ba-dum, ba-da-bum,
No more questions.
No more questions. Well,
Guys, we're going to say adieu and thank you very much. This has been an absolute pleasure to cook with you all. Thank you for being here and watching. And hopefully some of you will go and cook these food. These food?
These foods.
These nuggets, because they are absolutely delicious.
Yeah, we thoroughly hope that we've injected a little bit of sunshine into your cold, shivery day.
Yes.
And we are absolutely chuffed to bits to have been offered the chance to work with fries, because these are genuinely very delicious.
The link is in the comments if you want to find the recipe. We're going to keep these videos on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, so you can refer back to them at any time. Big love to all of you. Massive, massive love to all of you thinking about incorporating more plant-based foods into your diet. You're doing a good thing by the planet, by the animals, and by your own health.
And not if you make these, but when you make this, take a photograph of it, tag us, pop it on Instagram, and we will try our best, if we see it, to re-gram it.
Yes. Big love to all of you, and peace.
Take care, guys. Goodbye. So that's Henry now turning off Instagram.